Señoras y señores, aquí está
The 1960s were the time of revolt in the United States. It was revolution everywhere. The civil rights movement, Woodstock, Vietnam, sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and it was just amazing what was going on.
It was a time when there was the embargo. Everything Cuban was like forbidden fruit. It was illegal.
We're watching on TV, we're watching Martin Luther King going across the bridge in Selma, Alabama. There was this integration of all of the kind of marginalized people in New York.
Salsa did become a rallying point for young Latinos in terms of their own cultural identity, and they didn't have to be Cuban. There are differences between a merengue, un son, and a plena and a bomba, big differences, but at the same time there's also a certain unity.
Ramon, come sliding across the floor. Africa screaming in his feet. Hips moving in time to the rhythm of the universe. He spins, and everybody holds their breath. Some hold other things. Cuando baila Ramon.
The word salsa, I guess it was used to describe a very complex array of music and rhythms that come basically from the Caribbean. And basically it's related to the core, is Cuban music.
I was the first artist to sign with the newly formed Fania label, and then came Bobby Valentine, then came Ray Barretto, then came Willie Colon, then came Bam Bam Bam, and it just started to snowball in the 60s, the late 60s. I mean, they were newly arrived immigrants, some were Cubans, some were Dominicans, and mostly Puerto Ricans in New York, and they wanted something that was theirs. This is ours. Pacheco and I had an idea in Masucci. We said, why don't we take all the band leaders, their favorite sideman, and their singers, and make an all-star band? So this was the beginning of the Fania All-Stars.
Fania then makes it very popular, the music, and also the orchestras that are coming out of Puerto Rico were very, very good orchestras also that kept the music very, very alive.
Salsa is what it is. Tito Puente used to say, you know, what is it, Goya sauce or Ronzoni sauce or ragu? Salsa is a catch-all term, which just really is covering all the idioms. Cha-cha, mambo, son montuno, guamaco, you know. What is it? It's swinging, it's great, it tastes good, tiene salsa. It's happy music. The energy level, the rhythmic, percussive pulse. You don't have to push a good dancer. It doesn't have to be 90 miles an hour. It's what moves the people.
As far as Congress is concerned, the reason why Congresses feel it's so much better is because there's really no pressure to win.
Competitiveness brings the edge that divides people. After many years of fighting against it, I decided, okay, if the media is that the only way they're going to accept us, then let's do a competition that's a real competition.
Why do they need competition? Why do they need to see somebody crying in the back? Why do they need to see drama? Why do they need to see somebody else, pulling each other's hair? I hope that this doesn't kill the dance.
Well, the art of the dancing has been lost. We have a lot of dancers now, but they're learning these things to records. And to me, like when we danced, it was part of our lives. When they're dancing to showcase themselves.
When the band is cooking so freaking hard that it's like, wow, and the people are in ecstasy, man, and they're just grooving and grooving and grooving. It's a religious experience, same thing. That, little by little, in terms of the commercial world of the recordings, is being taken away, and he wrote it.
These guys were walking or running around in Rolls Royces, and we had to make collections every time somebody died. Every time somebody died, to bury the person. So There was a lot of unfairness.
Well, the salsa that's happening now has been homogenized and sanitized and, mass-produced. And, people are getting tired of listening to the same refried kind of ballad pop stuff.
We're against this huge machine, that's churning out money, and they're not going to listen to us.
But as musicians, we have to support non-commercial radios, programs to the fullest.
Money compromises the integrity of everything.
Salsa is not dying. On the contrary, salsa is coming back with a shot in the arm. It's coming back hard.
Salsa is pregnant, and it's getting ready to give birth to a new baby, to some new fusions. And whether you call it salsa, whether you call it Latin music, whether you take the Latin music and break it up in all its genres from Cuba to Santo Domingo, to Haiti, to Puerto Rico, bottom line, no matter what you do to the music, it's gonna make you dance.
Rhythm is what makes people dance.
What is salsa for me? A new life.
I've heard salsa referred to as a 2-minute affair.
Salsa's sexy and fun. You're supposed to be sexy.
But it isn't just for the young people.
Salsa for us is like a drug, and we are like salsa addicts.
Salsa is beyond any kind of race, country, religion.
Coming into contact with salsa music actually enhances my own cultural background.
Te invito para que